Hi everyone, so I'm Gemma and I joined Eravina about 6 months ago. I came out of uni in Liverpool. I did international business and joined Eravina with a grad job. So really exciting, and I understand the position you guys are all in. So this is my profile, by no means your perfect profile, but hopefully gives you some ideas about what a LinkedIn profile should look like. You can see a few aspects I've included. So about info, so kind of what I'm doing now, what I studied, what I've done in my kind of career, part-time jobs I've done, and my education. So that'll give you kind of a bit of an idea, and feel free to give it a bit of a stalk and have a look, just use it as a template. So I will cover setting up your LinkedIn, and it will cover these 7 steps. When you start setting up on LinkedIn, it will actually prompt you through these different steps. LinkedIn's algorithm rewards you for doing all of them. And so if you have a complete LinkedIn, then you'll actually show up higher in searches. And so you'll be seen more by recruiters. So it's really in your best interest really to set up a complete LinkedIn. So first of all, creating your account. It might sound like a silly thing, but actually having an email address is super important, but not just an email. I wouldn't recommend that you use a school or work email. Use a personal one. So as you move between different schools, colleges, jobs, you can keep the same account. And obviously it's a professional setting, as Lucy mentioned. So no kind of nicknames or pet names or anything like that. Just your full name is perfect for this bit. So photos. It's definitely not Instagram, so just keep that in mind. I like to think of a photo on LinkedIn as kind of like a passport photo, but with a smile on it. So it's the same kind of thing. So appropriate clothing, plain background, no posing, save the peace signs and selfies for Instagram. This is a professional photo. So yeah, definitely keep them separate. And as you can see at the bottom here, if you actually press on your profile photo when you're on LinkedIn, it will give you the options for different frames. So if you're looking for a job, you can actually set an open to work frame. So whenever anyone comes across your profile, they'll be able to see you're open to work and then can approach you appropriately. Headlines. So if you comment on a post or anything, this is the first thing that people will see of you. So this is like a quick snapshot of who you are, what you're doing, or what you're studying, what you want to be doing. So you can see Charles's in the top right here, Senior Associate at Eravina, and that's perfect. You only have 120 characters, so just something short and sweet is perfect for this. Once you have your headline, it will mean that people can see who you are, a little bit about you, and then they'll press on your about info once they've seen your profile. So this gives you a bit more space to kind of go into depth about who you are, what you're interested in, what you're doing at the moment, what you're looking to do in next steps, and also personal things. So you can see that Charles has included what he's doing, what he enjoys doing, and then also what's important to him outside of work. And I just say, kind of right in the first person, it's good to be personal, and you're talking about you and who you are, and use keywords as well. So if you're kind of pursuing a career in customer services, and talk about things like communication and things like that, are really great to put in this bit. Again, you'll come up higher in searches by people who are looking for a customer service assistant if you put that kind of thing you're about. So experience and skills is a funny one, in my opinion, because if you'd have asked me 6 months ago, I would have been like, I don't have any experience or skills. But actually, it's important to remember that you do. No one expects you to be a 5-time CEO because you're in education. So anything like work placements, shadowing, internships, part-time jobs are really great to put here. They undoubtedly give you really good skills and time management and communication, teamwork. So definitely include those. And voluntary work, again, is great to include because it shows people that you are value driven, what you're interested in, and that you spend your time doing things that aren't kind of to do with money or your education. And you can detail your kind of achievements there as well. So you can see that you can see Charles has put a little bit underneath his, which tells a bit about what he's been doing and his achievements and that kind of thing. And then the skills section is somewhere where you can put all the skills that are relevant for you. And I would focus this towards what you want to do in your career. So, as I said, customer service, add communication. If you're wanting to do, I don't know, data analysis, then things like problem solving and kind of mathematical skills would be all great to put in. But people can add up to 50. I wouldn't add 50 because you don't want to blow your own horn too much, but definitely, you know, don't doubt yourself and add quite a few, and people can endorse you. And again, it means you'll be viewed higher on people's searches. Education, so schools and colleges that you've been to, this is where you put it, and you can share your results if you feel comfortable doing that. Basically, with your education section, you want to make it so when recruiters have a look on your profile, they can see if the roles they're working on actually would be a good fit for you. So that's really the main reason you want to include that. And it's quite a good section for achievements. You will have a lot of things to put kind of in education versus what people who've been working for 20 years will have in their kind of job experience section. So if you've won awards like high achievement awards, if you've been members of clubs, so sports clubs, music clubs, competitions and extracurricular things, so that could be things like D&V that you might have done, team projects you're proud of, or positions of responsibility, so prefects, head girl, head boy, team captain, all of that kind of thing would go into your education. So clusterizing your URL is actually a really nifty trick on LinkedIn. So basically, you can press on your profile and go on edit public profile and URL. And under the edit URL section, you can change it to your chosen URL. And basically, it gets rid of all the letters and numbers that make something look quite messy. And it's basically your own personalized URL. You can see Mark Zuckerberg's one looks messy, and Bill Gates's one looks beautifully clean. And so you want to channel your Bill Gates energy into your URLs. Privacy is an important one on LinkedIn. As Lucy kind of touched on, when you're kind of connecting with people on LinkedIn, it's good to connect with people you know, or people who are in a relevant field, or so you might want to connect with and talk to about future prospects. But don't connect with everyone on LinkedIn, because as with other social medias, it's good to kind of make sure that you remember your privacy. And with that being said, when you view someone's profile on LinkedIn, it will come up on theirs and say, Gemma Bonington has viewed your profile, and you'll be able to see when people view your profile. So you can make this private. So you just click on your profile picture, open the settings and privacy page, and go on visibility and profile viewing options. And then, as you can see on the right, what comes up, you can choose kind of to be visible and make it slightly profile, so it would say someone at Eravina, or just make it completely private. And you know, that's a good way of being able to keep a bit more privacy when you're using LinkedIn. So just a kind of summary of all the setting up and do's and don'ts for LinkedIn, I would highlight really that it is a social media platform. So think of it as a professional Instagram, really. So keep posting, updating it, use kind of comment on different people's posts, like things, share things. I follow like a marketing account because I'm interested in it, like you would do on Instagram, but obviously remember it is a professional site. So use it to make kind of career connections and that kind of thing, and kind of speak in a professional way on there. but that's kind of a bit of a basic intro into setting yourself up